Wow. What?
You got this only nowhere else but the Kevin and Zach. Kevin, I'm not going to lie.
Now we're look at this. A carved penguin. There it is. There it is.
Oh no. Are the O's fine? Are the Orioles fine, Kevin?
I think I'm so embarrassed.
Okay. The Orioles stole it. That game was stolen. It was stolen from them, then they stole it right back.
What?
Oh my
Wait, what's going on? What is happening?
What is going? Was it a diving play? He bobbled the ball.
What is happening? Are they challenging it? No. Other wall. No.
Kevin, I don't know what you saw, how much you saw. I've been chugging champagne. Sure, I spilled a lot, but what a game, man.
He will be the legendary
Birdfish!
How about that?
Birdfish fans, stand up. We did it.
What can I say? What can I say? What can I say?
Ah, shit. They're going to make me believe. I told myself I wouldn't. I told myself I wouldn't let this team drag me back in. But here we are, July 11th. I'm saying I'm back in. I'm back in. Go finish this damn series. Go take tomorrow. I mean, Edward Cabrera, there's their ace. Go take tomorrow. Go take Sunday. Head into the All-Star break. Just 5 games under 500. Come on. Come on. It's just the beginning, but the groundwork is laid. The groundwork is laid. Let's go out and find a way to turn this thing around. This team was dead in the water, 16-34. Now you're sitting at 43-50. I'm telling you right now, this team's fighting. If you listen to Ryan O'Hearn on the post game, just talked about pretty much with the trade deadline how, he pretty much said, give us a chance. It was like he was talking to Mike Elias through the television. He's saying, hey, things are happening. We're having fun. Give us a chance. Give us a chance. It is the one thing these players are asking for from the front office, from the coaching staff, from the fans. Give them a chance. Here come the Orioles. Here come the Orioles, man. I mean, listen, we can sit here and say, it's against the Marlins. It's against the Marlins. One, you play who you play. I've seen this team go down and lose a lot of games that they should have won. You take the wins when you can get them. 6 of the last 7. We don't talk about that one. Could be 7 of the last 7, and then we'd really be talking right now. But something's brewing. Something's brewing in Birdland. And once again, I'm not going to sit here and tell you this team is making the playoffs. I'm not going to tell you this team is the team to beat. But what I'm going to say is this is a talented team. To everyone, I know people, even before the season, were giving up on them. We saw the comments before the year. This is a 70-win team. This team sucks, all that stuff. I don't think people understand. I don't think people understand. Baseball is a weird sport. Baseball is a weird sport. Some of the top teams in the game don't play well. The Yankees, just what? Lost like 6, 7 straight? The big bad Yankees? This Marlins team at one point won 6, 7 straight. It's all about runs. It's all about getting hot at the right time. And it's about playing 162 games. It doesn't matter what happened in the first 40. It doesn't matter what happened in the first 50. It's at the end of 162. We're going to find out who played the longest game, who played the game the best the longest, who found a way to eke out those wins. And once again, I'm not saying the Orioles, playoffs are back on, all of this. But like Rick said, this team was 18 games under 500. 18 games. Buck Showalter said it on the Ryan Ripken show. If you haven't seen that interview, go check it out. And this was about, I want to say, the week after Brandon Hyde was fired. This was the week after Brandon Hyde was fired. Things were still not going well. This was right before they were about to go 18 games under. And Buck Showalter, I mean, maybe you've heard of him. Guy knows a thing or two about baseball. But Buck Showalter looked at us and he said, you know, baseball's funny because when you get a group of young guys snowballing in the right direction, crazy things can happen. You get a group of young, talented players snowballing in the right direction. We saw what happened when they snowball in the other direction. We saw the 7 straight losses. We saw the 18 games under 500. But you get that snowball going the other way. I'm telling you, you get that snowball going the other way. You go from 18 games to 7 games. And listen, 7 games under 500, this isn't a good spot. Still isn't a good spot. But I'm feeling a whole lot more confident than I did when they were 18 games below 500. How about them O's, man? How about them O's? And another, I mean, like, it's the damn ball players every single game. And when I say the damn ball players, this is what I'm talking about. Because there's a difference between, yes, there are the top prospects. There are the Jackson Holidays. There are the Gunnar Hendersons, the Adleys, the guy that, you know, the superstars, the guys that were coming up and supposed to be superstars. How about you go Jordan Westburg, 3 hits, 3 runs, an RBI, 3 for 4. How about Ramon Laureano, 3 for 4, 2 RBIs? We'll talk about some ball players, guys that show up. We talked about it last night. Here's how we are, I guess, differentiating the two. Jordan Westburg, all he does is produce. Ramon Laureano, all he does is get it done. All he does is get it done. He shows up to the ballpark, gets it done, and leaves. And both did exactly that tonight. Exactly that tonight. And you know what's crazy is it's 8 minutes and 31 seconds into this show. And you know what, this is on me. Everyone, I'm sorry, this is on me. Because this is how much of a wild ride it's been. We've been sitting here. I'm talking about, you know, maybe, you know, things are going in the right direction. I'm talking about ball players showing up. Haven't even mentioned once Dean Kremer. Are you kidding me? 7 shutty from Dino. I'm telling you, just let him pitch at home. I think he's got like a 2.2 ERA at home or something now after today's game. Absolutely unreal splits. Actually, now that we looked that up, I'm going to look up his stats because now I'm genuinely curious. What have we gotten after this? Full splits. Let me see. Okay. So I was a little off, guys. I'm so sorry. I said he has a 2.20 ERA, is a 2.37 ERA. I need to check my stats better. 2.37 ERA at home. Dean Kremer, and how many games is that over? 6. 6 games, 38 innings, 2.37 ERA. Just let the dude pitch at home. And yeah, Steve, I love it. You know, small ball. There's just something about small ball. telling you, this team's doing everything we asked. They're pitching well. Only side note and only negative I'll bring up tonight. How many freaking games have the Orioles lost a shutout in the ninth? And not even like a game that's close where you're like, oh, shoot, now it's getting close. Like games where we're up like 6-0, 7-0, 8-0. And then randomly now all of a sudden it's a solo shot, a 2-run homer, just something small. I'm like, can we just get another shutout? We've had, 2 this year, if even? Those pesky O's, man. Those pesky O's, man. And I saw earlier in the chat people talk about the Red Sox walked it off. Good. What did I say last night? We're not scoreboard watching. Wherever the chips fall, let them fall. We'll see what happens. You win your own damn games. Orioles keep winning. You keep winning 6 of every 7. I promise you it doesn't matter what the other teams are doing. You continuously roll this over. You keep winning. You keep playing at what? This is now like 102, 103 win pace over their last 43 games, 44 games. You know, just keep playing your game. Keep winning your games and let the rest fall where it may. Let the rest fall. Let the rest fall. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Hey, if you're an Orioles fan, if you're enjoying this, hit the like button. It's easy. It helps us out a lot. Hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. We are on Kevin and Zach React every day after the Orioles game, win or lose. So we're enjoying the run right now. And Duran, happy Victory Friday, my man. And now joining me, the other half of Kevin and Zach React, Kevin Ostreicher. Kevin, this team's gonna make me believe again, man. They're gonna make me believe again.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first or the second. Oh, what the heck happened to StreamYard? Oh, wow.
Yeah, StreamYard update.
I'm trying to see if my mic is correct, and I can't even. Okay.
Yeah, they updated a lot. I don't know why they went to this. Yeah, StreamYard updated.
Jeez, how do you even? All right, this is the invite button. All right, I'm gonna have to figure all that out later. Wow, but yeah, we were kind of talking about, and I remember it was Steve who said that he thought that they were gonna sweep the homestand. And look, if you can win 5 of 6, yeah, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. Now again, they have 2 more games to go, so I don't want to speak. But look, I know that everybody's talking about Detroit last year, how they were 47-50. It was 47-50, right, heading into the All-Star break, something along those lines. So, I mean, there are some similarities, but I'm happy the pitching staff is pitching better.
I think we all are. I was gonna say big shout out to Dean Kremer. I mean, the guy. He has a 2.37 ERA at home. Pigtown Sports right here. Dean Kremer, 3.26 ERA his last 10. Kevin, I posted. Let me pull this up. You know what? So about halfway through the offseason, why would I want to? ESPN just. So, sorry, the ESPN just completely went away from me. So, Kevin, earlier in this offseason, I may or may not have tweeted that I believe Dean Kremer was going to lead the team in wins this year. I said I had a gut feeling. And, Kevin, the amount of hate that I received for that gut feeling, it's classic Orioles Twitter. Yeah, I should have expected nothing less. Kevin, as we're about to head into the All-Star break in 2 games, and actually the pitchers all behind him can't catch him, do you know who has the most wins for the Baltimore Orioles?
It's definitely Dean Kremer.
Dean Kremer with 8. Dean Kremer with 8. there's something just about guys who can put their head down and just grind and just get it done. I mean,
yeah, all these guys, and every player in the league, right? Like, all these players have their downfalls. Dean will have bad innings, and it'll sour a start. We've seen it happen. It is what it is. But these guys are going deeper into games. Dean gives you, again, 7 innings, which is huge. And, he's able to save your bullpen for the last 2. And look, it is a vast difference from what the Marlins got with Cabrera, who only could go 4. And so they had to use a long guy and 2 other relievers on top of that. The Orioles didn't have to use a long guy today. And so now you have 2 other opportunities. And again, like, it's huge. It sets a tone. And how many times have the Orioles been on the other side of it, where their bullpen gets drained after game 1 and they, we're seeing a position player out there in the second game. We've seen it far too often, right? Where those little things can make a huge difference. And, I'm pumped that they're just playing better baseballs. Is it going to result in the playoffs? Again, I'm still skeptical, but who knows, right? Anything can happen. Crazier things have happened. So,
and that's why I keep saying is I'm not going to sit here and say, okay, we're talking automatic playoffs, and I was saying this before you got on. No, I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, the Orioles are the hot team to beat. Oh, everyone's got to watch out for the Orioles. But what I'm going to say is they are giving themselves a chance, and they are putting themselves, Kevin, in the place of what is all we've been asking for pretty much since they were 18 games under 500. Just give me a reason to tune in September. If it doesn't result in the playoffs, fine. But if I can tune in on September 16th and we are still not eliminated from the playoffs with 10 games to go, 12 games to go, or however that math would work out, give me something, Give me something. I would just love this. I would love it if this team could just keep fighting. Like, this is, Kevin, we always talked in the beginning of the year. It wasn't that they were losing. It was how they were losing. It was uncompetitive. It was just at times flat out embarrassing. It was just like they weren't trying. How are they winning right now? It's not that they're winning. It's how they're winning. It's small ball. It's the pitchers dominating at times. Dean Dillon. I saw 4 of his last, I think Pigtown Sports just put 4 of his wins are 7+ inning shutouts for Dean. It's guys like Dean stepping up. It's guys like Charlie Morton, like Ramon Laureano. It's playing small ball. It's this team tonight alone. I think I counted 3 or 4 times where they took the extra base. First to third. Oh, guy misses a cutoff. Now it's instead of first and second no outs, now it's second and third no outs. And we're going to keep that pressure on you. It's the little things. And when this team starts going, Kevin, I was talking about before, Buck Showalter talked to us about on the Ryan Ripken show. He literally said, you get a group of young guys going in the right direction, crazy things can happen.
Yeah. And it's sports, right? That's the beauty of it. Anything can happen. And the Orioles, they have talent. Is it a perfect roster? Absolutely not. We've talked about that over and over again. Yeah, how the offseason went. But they should be better than what their record says they are. And look, they were bad at the beginning of the season. But it's just the right mix can happen at a point. Now, the thing is that, yes, the hole you've dug yourself in, you do have to win at that crazy win pace, right? You can't really afford to do anything less if you want to get into the postseason here. I mean, it's a good story right now. They're playing better. It's not perfect, but they got to keep it up. And I think the All-Star break will be a nice little refresh for them, a little nice mental reset. No Gunnar Henderson in the home run derby, which is always a plus. So, at the end of, man, you are sunburned. Look at you.
Okay, Kevin, I wasn't going to bring it up. I got some color today.
Your hand is 2 different colors.
Oh,
look
yeah,
look at your wrist. Look at your wrist.
Yeah, Kevin, okay. I got burned on my wrist, and I got a little – it's called a base layer, Kevin.
A base layer?
the base layer tan, Kevin. Okay, I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. I gotta look good for the October parade.
Now, do you tan? Does your burn turn into tan, or does it just?
Hell no. This is gonna go away, and I'll be pale as shit all over again.
Yep.
This is just unbelievable.
No, this is not gaslighting. That is actually something that happened. That is actually
unbelievable. Unbelievable. You can't go 2 seconds without this guy tossing a gaslight at you.
Oh, come
on. Unreal.
It's not a gaslight if it's true.
Wow, Kevin. This is how we're doing it. Kevin, yesterday, we'll move back to this. You know what? This is what I'm going to go with. I'm just red because I'm really excited. I think that's a good.
Yeah. All right.
I think we can go with.
I like that.
We'll go with that. So, Kevin, I did it yesterday, and I'll get your thought. And you know what? We'll play the game again because there's another win down. They're now 7 games below 500. Kevin, 1 through 10. 10 being it's happening without a doubt. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind. 1 is, why are we even discussing this? This is stupid, yada, yada, yada. 1 through 10, at some point this season, doesn't mean that they end up there, doesn't mean that they go past it. At some point this season, the Baltimore Orioles find themselves at 500. 1 through 10. We were, and in the chat, let us know where you're at. Maybe today change some minds. You see, we got already off the rip. We got 9.5. We got 10. Kevin, last night I put it at a 7.58 is where I sat, and I'm glad we're all sitting.
At 500 confidence level.
At any point, it's not meaning that they end the season. They're just at some point they get back to that.
Yeah, I'll go 8.235.817.
All right, so I'm glad. We'll get an update on how the difference with each game for you. For how
I almost went 0.6 there, but
you couldn't go just yet.
No,
you couldn't get there. It's just not. You haven't seen enough to go there. Kevin, I appreciate. Kevin, I'm going to
a pitch from Dean tonight was a little too far off the plate. And it really threw me off.
You just couldn't. Yeah, I agree. If Dean would have thrown the no tonight, it would have been a 10. But if not that,
right.
But Kevin, I think it is realistic now. I mean, it was a fever dream before. You were called delusional. Let's be honest. If we came on here and even mentioned the words 500, we were called delusional. We were told to give up. We were told it's dumb. Why are we talking about this? 7 games under 500 with, I believe, let me check. I think I don't want to say this if it's not correct. With 69 games left. 7 games with 69 games left. They just have to. I just feel like, especially if they can just win one of the next 2, I'm not going to say sweep. Continue to stay. Go into it 7 under. I think this team. I know it's a tough schedule coming out, but I do think this team has the ability to get back to 500. Don't know if I'm not saying they're going to hang there. I'm not saying we're going to win 85 games. They're going to win. I think at some point they get back to 500. And we will talk about things. I know some people are saying, talking about the trade deadline. So we're saying keep Morton. So there's going to be some guys that maybe aren't on the team in a few weeks, but there could be some guys rejoining the team in a few weeks. And specifically, I want to talk about this. I know fans are going to hate this, and that's why I'm going to say it. You want to talk about a trade deadline acquisition, Kevin? How about you talk about getting an ace back? How about we talk about Kyle Bradish? Tony Manzolino yesterday said or Tuesday, sorry, a few days ago, said that Bradish will be throwing at least one more live batting practice session in Florida, and then he will begin his minor league rehab. Looking like the Orioles could be getting their ace back sometime in August. And let's be honest, Kevin, I watched Kyle Bradish come back last year from the same injury. You know, it was just a different way that they were trying to heal it and not have it go all the way snap, all that stuff. And Kevin, what did everyone say? It was, ooh, this is just, you can't trust this Kyle Bradish. And I agree. You never know, what kind of player you're getting. But I watched Kyle Bradish come back last year with a pretty much half put together UCL that they tried to have him play on and look like a top 3 pitcher in baseball still. So I'm not saying he's going to be up to Kyle Bradish's level, but if you can get him back to, let's say, 80%, you get Tyler Wells back. I still have no confidence in Grayson Rodriguez because I feel like every time they talk about it, it's like bringing up Voldemort. It's like he who should not be named. It's like, yeah, how's Grayson doing? And they're like, oh, Grayson's arm is intact. And it's like, oh, okay. And
he still has 2 arms. He still has 2 arms.
Like, why are we asking? Like, why are we asking about Grayson? Yeah, he's there. And I think, like, I don't know. Like, Kevin, this team, like, I keep saying it, like, God damn it, they're going to make me believe.
They have to get back to 500 before I get that far, but.
I'm not saying playoffs, Kevin. I'm saying believe that they can get back in this race. I'm not saying they go and ever get in the playoff spot, but I would not be surprised if at the end of this team, it misses the playoffs by 2-3 games if it comes down to that. Like it sucks because of the hole they put themselves in, but just saying.
It could happen. No. I mean, I just think the Rays should throw every pitcher they get 8 hours after they acquire him, after getting off a plane and having to get there all day. I saw you watch that. That is so disrespectful.
It was an unintentional. It turned into an unintentional hate watch because all of a sudden, people in the chat, as I got off the last call, were like, "Oh, Brian Baker just got brought in," and I was like, "Oh shit, okay." So I was looking at my phone.
Such a tone-deaf decision, by the way.
I know. I was like, you know what? I was like, Brian Baker. I was like, why the hell is he in it?
What do you expect him to do?
So I bring it up, and it's like 4-pitch walk, and I was like, "Oh, not a great start to the Rays career." And that was like 3-0 to start, and I was like, "Ooh!" And they threw a strike, and we're like, "All right, get back on track, Brian." Walk, double, single, and then you're like, "Brian, what are we doing?" Yeah, that was it was a hate watch. We were also, it was one of those hate watches where we were also reminiscing on other hate watches. Like we were talking about the Wyatt Langford walk-off grand slam.
That was real. Yeah. Well, one of the was that the in the intro? I think that the Wyatt Langford.
Yeah, that's the start one, and then there's also the one where it was the Rays versus Yankees, and it was like out, game over, and we were celebrating, and then it was like, oh, what? Everyone was like, wait, it might not be a catch. And we were like, what is going on?
Yeah.
They were like, he bobbled it. And I was like, what do we mean he bobbled it? I was like, how did he bobble it?
Crazy. That was pretty wild, I'm not gonna lie. But all right, you want to get to some call-ins?
Yep, let's get into some call-ins. You want to... Yep, get the timer.
A lot of these timers, I just feel like, are people's alarms, and I don't want to give people. Like, see, I feel like that's someone's alarm.
That's my girlfriend's alarm. So
is it actually?
Yeah.
Like, see, this is nice, but I feel like it's someone's alarm.
Someone waking up to some Zen music. We do have the link in the chat, but did also want to get to this. Walter, appreciate you. Fourth best record in Major League Baseball since May 24th at 27-16, 13-6 versus teams under 500, 14-10 teams over 500. Hey.
get taking care of business when you're supposed to.
Pat Rose fan, member for 3 months. Yeah,
appreciate you, Pat Rose, man.
And then Walter again. If we win the next 2 games and go 4-3 on the road trip out of the break, we're getting to 500 on the homestand versus the Rockies and the Jays. Yeah, if you can win the next 2, you get to 5 under, go 4-3. That's versus the Rays and Guardians, I believe. On that road trip, you start with the Rays, go 4 games versus the Guardians. Then you're back home against the Rockies. If you can, the Guardians ain't playing too high. I mean, they're picking it up a little, but they just lost 10 straight.
I cannot wait for the first Brian Baker versus Orioles game.
Also, it was so funny. I think somebody today, one of the news outlets, I want to say it was either the Banner, maybe dropped something about it was a story today. And the guy they interviewed was Brian Baker. And I was like, damn, they just had to run with the story. Like, it was a video,
it was edited. Before he was traded, you mean?
Yeah. So, they clearly filmed it, a few days ago to edit it into a story. And the whole thing was about bullpen players running in during fights. And, talking about that.
If that's your story, that's your story. Yeah. That's rough.
Yeah, but Kevin, let's get into our first column. We got Steve. Steve, how we doing?
Steve.
Yeah, Steve,
it's not gaslighting if it's true. It's not gaslighting if it's true.
Wasn't bringing it up. Zach wasn't bringing it up.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I was bringing up a truth. I wasn't trying to put some nonsense on his name or anything like that.
Whatever.
How you feeling, Steve?
Great start to the weekend. Dean dealing, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to say this. If I want the brooms on Sunday. I want brooms.
Yeah.
I'll take 2 of 3. I will take 2 of 3, though. Come out of the break. 3 in Tampa, 4 in Cleveland. Go 4-3 on that road trip. You're sitting pretty. 5-2, you're looking even better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the way these boys are hitting right now, I think this team can go on a heater. 3 straight wins, 6 of their last 7. And you've got the Rogers revenge game tomorrow.
I'm so fired up. I'm so fired up.
All right, Zach. I remember a couple of starts ago, you said, I think it was either Rogers or Morton would have a shutout, would have a quality start.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Rogers.
It was Rogers.
Here we go.
7 shutty from Rogers. 6 Ks, 4 hits, no walks, and it's a blowout Birds win.
Give me it.
Let's go.
Give me it, Steve. Give me it. I'm telling you, if Trevor Rogers goes out there and does his thing tomorrow, delivers us another Dean Kremer-esque performance like tonight, we're gonna be. Talk about confidence. All of a sudden, yes, let's look down the line. When you add Kyle, when you add maybe Tyler Wells, maybe I'll bring him up, Grayson. You continue to get guys like Trevor Rogers, like Dean pitching like this. Yeah, things can happen.
And Eflin and Povich are going out for rehab this weekend.
Yep. You get Eflin back to what he was to start and last year.
Mm-hmm. And I believe Eflin's going to be with Norfolk.
Mm-hmm.
And Povich, I believe Povich with Chesapeake.
Yeah, I got the story right here. No, I'm not sure if they've announced it yet, where Povich is going, unless it was within the past 5 hours.
Because I know I heard both were going on rehab this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, let me see.
All right,
so
boys.
Yeah, awesome. Steve, appreciate you, my guy. Let's get that Rogers start.
We'll talk tomorrow after another win. All right.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I will see you next time. Appreciate you. Awesome. I'm getting fired up. Let's move to our next column. We got boots on the ground and ice cream in. And breaking Glenjamin.
Oh, we got ice cream?
Oh,
There. All right, guys. So outside of Utah Street on the other side, let me see if I can bring it up here. And it's over there in that little alleyway.
Yeah.
Where people line up for all the giveaways and stuff. There was this ice cream truck that I had never seen before. And it's called like Al Pacino ice cream. And I'm like, what? And it wasn't bad.
Well, what'd you get? You got to tell us. What'd you get?
I got one of those vanilla cones with the chocolate dip.
Oh, you're
I'm a
making
sucker.
me hungry.
I'm a sucker for those.
Oh,
when I was a kid, there was this little shop in Bowie called J Mart. If anybody remembers J Mart, drop that in the chat. But they had the best ice cream and the best chocolate dip cones. And when that was gone, it was like my heart was ripped out. My childhood was over.
I love a good.
I'm
a sucker for a good ice cream.
So I didn't get here until like the bottom of the first, so I don't know if people like stood up and cheered when Norby and Stowers were announced during the lineup announcement. But when they were at bat, like nobody really cared.
Yeah.
which
I kind of thought.
Steve.
Yeah.
Steve was wrong on that, but he's right about the sweep. Sweep. We're gonna sweep them.
It feels like it, and it feels like with the momentum that this team is carrying, it does feel like that's in the cards. And I think they just have to. It's not whether or not the Marlins beat them. I think it's whether or not the Orioles stay out of their own way. Because I feel like with the team's momentum that they have going, they should sweep this. The only way that they don't is if they get in their own way. They start making boneheaded mistakes and stuff.
Yeah, that was a great performance from Dean. It's like, I look up, damn, strike three. Yeah. He's throwing some nasty breaking pitches. And, he's looking pretty good. So, if we win 56.8% of our games from now on, we'll get to 87 wins. And I think 87 might be enough. But to finish the season at 500, 38-31, we can do that.
Yeah,
I think if they're the way they're playing, they can do
500, 10. I'm a 10 on.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
I am. Yeah.
All right, guys. I'll check in with you tomorrow.
Awesome, man. Appreciate you calling in.
Appreciate you. Boots on the ground
Peace,
as
man.
always. Have a great one.
So
I love the boots on the ground. Before we get to our next call, wanted to give Will G. Appreciate you. Sup, Zach, Kevin. Told you guys 2 weeks ago, playing 600 baseball, the new manager perfect storm. Rays in Boston, we could only be 3 or 4 out at break. It's possible. They just have to keep playing, what I keep talking about. Keep going out there and keep winning. Whatever happens with the other teams is going to happen. When you have this many teams that you have to jump, the only way to do it is by just winning your game, because there's going to be teams that are winning. There's going to be teams that are losing. They have to jump 6 teams right now. So that's where the issue, just keep winning and see where you lie at the end of it. But let's get into our next column. We got Sam behind the scenes. Sam, how's it going, my guy?
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
I'm doing a lot better.
Better after that. How about
doing a lot better.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm liking the way that they're playing lately. I mean, yesterday I think. So I drive for Amazon right now, and so it's really awesome because I get to listen to the games, especially on the weekends when they play in the afternoon. Yesterday was awesome because of the day-night doubleheader, so I got 2 games in a day. I'll be honest, I didn't listen to the first game till about probably, let's see, I don't know, 12:30 or 1 o'clock my time, which was near the end of the game, and so I was 1-0, and it was in the 8th inning. I didn't get any notifications that the game was over, and I'm like, okay, one of 2 things are happening. Either who they play? Either the Mets are having a blowout inning, or the Orioles are having a comeback. And curiosity got the best of me. I turned it on, and it's 3-1. I'm like, what the heck did I miss? And then game 2, of course, was fantastic. And so I just really like the way they're playing. It kind of makes me feel a little bit better about Tuesday, because we gave them that game, and they gave us game 1 essentially.
Yeah.
So that felt good.
Yeah, it is. And, it is contagious, right? Like, when it's contagious, I've seen that in the chat a bunch. I see Steve brought it up right there. But just the way when you play well, like we saw the exact opposite of it early in the season where, like, guys were dejected, it's negative momentum. Guys, you could sense the struggles and just like the cloud over this team. It's the exact opposite, it feels like right now, where, Jordan Westberg comes back. He's the glue guy. He makes it happen. You're starting to get a little healthier. And with the All-Star break coming up, it does feel like, and kind of like what Will said there, well, gee, it's the perfect storm of things happening right now. So getting back to 500 is the first step. You got a bunch of teams you have to leapfrog. But it feels, they're pulling me back in. I didn't think they were gonna pull me back in, but they're pulling me back in a little bit.
No, dude, I did not think gosh, what is this? So they're 43 and 50 right now. So it's game 93 today. Okay, game 93. Like, I'll be totally frank. I didn't think that they'd be this close. I just really didn't. I mean, we all wrote them off in May or something like that, and it's just complete turnaround. And I mean, I don't know, but I really think that Dean is the main protagonist, if I'm using that word right, of why they're in this position that they are. I mean, it's not just him, but I mean, he's pitching below 3, I believe, in the last 2 months. It's just ridiculous.
Starts.
Like, he had a horrible April, but he was just getting going, and then just flipped a switch and just completely different guy. He's had, I think, one rough-ish outing, but even that one wasn't. I think they still won that game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
And
actually,
it's
I
just,
think
it's crazy.
Pretty sure
it is, and
yeah.
I was gonna say I think it's one of those things where it all does kind of start with Dean Kremer being kind of the guy that, as we've sat here multiple times talking about Dean being the stopper, the guy where when things, maybe they lose a game that they shouldn't, or they fall 2 straight games and you're like, they need a win. It has felt like Dean's been that guy. And now it's evolved from, he's the guy you want on the mound to be the stopper, to he's just kind of all the guys you want to be on the mound. Like, he's winning ball games. Even his rough ones aren't necessarily rough. I mean, the lowest he's gone, he hasn't gone below 5 innings since, April 9th. April 9th, he went 4 2/3, and that was the last time he went. And then he has multiple. He has 4 innings of 6, or of 7+, 4 games of 7+ innings, game of 6+ innings. I mean, he's pitching really, really damn well.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's definitely good to see. And obviously, with Roger starting tomorrow, I mean, that got to have an extra chip on his shoulder.
Oh yeah,
playing against his former club. So I'm really hoping I'm hoping he shoves. Just, I mean, they need this. And I said this a couple weeks ago when they were entering into this 12-game stretch to close out the break, like before the break. I was saying if they go 8-4, they're 44 and 51 by the end of the break. That puts them in a pretty solid position. And they've gone 7-3 in the first 10 of those 12 games. And so if they keep at it, I mean, they're in a pretty. I mean, they could be in a better position than I could have thought them being. I did not see them winning the series against the Mets. I really didn't think that was going to happen. Atlanta, I thought they had a chance to win the series. Sure as heck didn't see a sweep coming just because it's Atlanta. I mean, they're not playing very well, but they're still a good team. And then, of course, Miami's Miami. You can't write them off. They're on a decent hot streak. And so just with the teams that they were playing, I figured 8-4 was a must. I think that was like a minimum of what I was expecting. And so far they're just about at that. So it's definitely super encouraging to see this team. But just real quick, because I'm not sure if that was a timer that I heard a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Go. You're fine. Go
Okay,
ahead.
cool. Yeah. I'm not sure if you guys talked about it yesterday on the show. I didn't get to see it, but with the move that they made yesterday, first of all, I was super confused at first, but then I just thought about it, and the more I thought about it, the more I think that we might have fleeced the Tampa Bay Rays on that trade.
Yeah.
Now that we have 4 picks in the top 40, I mean, they got a huge shot to, because didn't they get Gunner 37th overall?
Yeah, he was. I know they got Adam Jones.
Adam Jones was 37 exactly. Yeah. Yep. But Gunner was 32, 33.
Yeah, Gunner was the same round. Gunner was in that round.
It was competitive balance. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they got a real shot of getting 4 solid picks out of this draft. But with that in mind, do you guys think that this is kind of trending towards selling mode, or is this just a thing of like? Because I read an article that posted, they weren't shopping Baker. That was just a thing that just kind of happened. It seemed that they weren't saying, "Hey, Brian Baker's," because they probably could have gotten a lot of they probably could have gotten some players for him because he just wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, he has what 3 more years of team control left. That's valuable for a guy of his kind of caliber. So is this trending towards selling, or is this just like a random oddball thing just to get another draft pick?
I think if I'm being, I said this yesterday a few times. To be completely honest, I don't think they were selling Baker in the slightest. I don't think he was shopped at all. I think Tampa Bay called them and said, "Hey, we'll give you the 37th pick in this draft on Sunday if you give us Brian Baker." And Mike Elias was like, "Actually?" And they're like, "Yeah." And they were like, "Okay." Because even Elias, they asked him about it. He was like, we got value we didn't think we could turn down. I mean, this is a guy for – I think Brian Baker's a great guy. I've heard nothing but good things about him in the locker room. But it's a guy who we've seen consistently be good for 3 months, and you got a first-round pick out of him. I mean, if you would have told us they got pick 37 for Brian Baker before this season, we would all be like, what the heck are you talking about? Like, how is that happening? So for that, I think this was one of those things where you just simply got an offer that you weren't expecting, and you just simply were like, shit, okay. So I think that was more of it than anything. I don't think they're shopping. I don't think this means it's a full sale. I think this was they said they're going to be looking for value, and if they get the right price, they'll make moves. I think that's what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys watched the foul territory video that AJ and those guys did. First of all, I can't stand those. I can't stand those guys. They dude. I swear, AJ has a personal vendetta against the Orioles. I swear, every time I watch those guys, it's like the only time they'll say anything positive about them is when they're trash talking him, saying, "Oh, they're supposed to be good, and now they suck." It's like, well, I guess that was kind of positive because you're kind of saying that they're good, but you're still talking crap. So I don't know what their deal is about him, but they were like, "What are you doing? You're selling a guy with 3 years of team control." And I'm just saying, I'm like, dude, you guys played the game. At least I think they did. AJ was the solid catcher. And I'm like, how do you guys not see the business side of this? It just doesn't make any sense. But what do you guys, just last thing before I hop off here, what do you guys think has to happen in order for Elias to kind of be like, okay, we're kind of forced into this. We're going to have to sell. What do you think has to happen?
They lose a lot of their next few games.
Yeah, it'd have to be a pretty big, they go back to 12 or 13 under. And they kind of just regress based off of what we've seen here. I mean, these next couple of weeks are going to determine everything, I think. And while I don't think they're going to be in full-on buy mode or full-on sell mode, I think we might see a little of both regardless. I think, Zach and I have both kind of been on that train for a while here. I think it maybe will, like, if you keep playing well and O'Hearn and Mullins contribute to that and you think that you have a shot, then maybe you don't move off of those guys because you feel like they can contribute to your winning. Whereas if you're 12 or 13 under, it's like, okay, maybe you got to make a choice on one or the other because you probably don't bring both back. So it'd have to be a pretty big regression. I think that's what it would have to be.
Well, and shoot, I mean, they have pieces right now to go and actually make a run. I mean, it'd be great to see them add some stuff, especially in the bullpen. So I think right now their bullpen's, their weakest link right now. But you got Westberg back. He's the guy that drives the offense. Adley's going to come back. He might take a little bit to get going because he's been out for a month or almost a month. And so I mean, they got the pieces, I feel like, to make a run, or at least to try to, at the very least, come just short of the postseason. I really think they have it in them. So it's an awkward position, I think, that Elias has himself in. One that he probably hasn't been in, I would say, since 22, when they should have bought at the deadline. Instead, they sold. And I think right now they obviously have a much better shot than they did at that point. But I think if everything keeps trending, either he does nothing or he kind of just like makes some small additional moves that aren't, a top back end reliever or a top starter, but like, a 5 or a 4 guy and maybe a middle end reliever sort of thing. So hopefully it's something like that. Hopefully we get something good. We'll see. Should be interesting.
Yeah. We will see how it unfolds. I mean, again, next couple weeks going to be huge in terms of that. But I do think the 2020, this offseason is going to be where the big moves are made, if there are, and hopefully there are. I think that's really what I'm looking ahead to. The trade deadline, you can only do so much here, but offseason is what I'm looking for. But Sam, appreciate you calling in, man. Good to hear from you. Glad the Orioles are winning some games, and hopefully when you call in next, it'll be after another win.
Let's hope. And good seeing you guys.
Awesome. Appreciate
good
you,
seeing you, Sam. We'll catch you. Awesome. Yeah, I think this, Kevin, this is such an awkward position for them to be in, because it's like if they would have lost, probably if they would have just gone 500 over this past streak and kept at 11, 12 games, like you said, then it's like, yeah, all right, throw the towel in. We tried, but they keep giving you hope. Like if they sit there at 3 games under at the deadline, how can you have a wholesale? You know?
Yeah, this is Zach's dream. Austin Slater Hall.
I would resign from Kevin and Zach React. I would not react to a single Orioles game that he was on the roster. If they brought him, because like it would be so funny, because they would like do that and then they would like send Laureano to AAA. Like it would be the dumbest thing.
No, they trade him. They trade him. They trade Laureano for Slater.
Laureano
we really
for
feel
Slater.
like this is the missing piece. You know,
Slater and 3 16-year-olds in the DSL league, and then we move. But let's head into our next one. We got Rick.
Yeah, Rick becoming a member. I remember this time, Rick. I saw. I don't know what happened the last time, but I'm glad we got it figured out.
What is going on?
What's up, Rick? How you feeling, man?
You know, I'm
feeling
fired
good.
up.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah, awesome. I don't even know what to say.
That's where we're at. Like, that's where we're at, which is awesome. I don't think a lot of us saw this coming. They were 18 games under. They were dead in the water. And they keep creeping back in. They just keep creeping back in.
Yeah, I'm like you. I've been saying I'm with them, but when they were 18 under, I was like, no way. I was like still just trying to hold on hope, but I really felt in my heart like, no way.
I mean, we were sitting here. I remember the conversations because, Kevin, we would talk about remembering where we were. I was outside my brother's graduation when the Orioles went 18 under 500. I remember we sitting here. We were saying, when do you start selling? We were like, when do you let Basayo come up? When do you let all these guys up? And now here we are a month and a half later, and we're talking about, do you even sell at the deadline? Do you go for it? It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, who saw Brandon Young coming in and pitching like this, or Trevor Rogers coming in pitching like he's pitching? You know? And Charlie Morton, talk about the tale of 2 seasons.
Yeah, right.
He couldn't get out of his own way, and now he looks like an ace. It's been unbelievable,
crazy.
This turnaround.
Yeah,
you truly
you have your stars that are obviously going to be important in terms of bringing you back. You know, Westberg's been awesome, and you know, Gunnar has showed up, and I know it's been relative to what we know Gunner's capable of. I know it's been a down year for him, but you know, showing up in the 8th a couple days ago, or man, was that just yesterday? Was that? Oh my god,
that was yesterday.
5 days ago that happened. Yeah, yesterday Gunner did that. Like
the first game.
Yeah, and that's probably why it feels like so long ago. But it's other guys too. The guys you mentioned, you know,
right?
Dean stepping up,
and Ryan O'Hearn, Westberg. I mean, wow. If we keep pitching like this, hitting like this, I'm telling you, we are going to make the playoffs.
They just need to keep trucking along here. I mean, momentum is a real thing. All sports, something we've talked about, and Rick, I know you know it, where you know, if you start rolling, you feel it, and the other teams feel it too. They like, man, this is a machine, a well-oiled machine. We have to stop. We don't know if we can stop it, so they just got to keep rolling.
Yeah, I still feel like we're one of the best teams out there. If we're hitting with our pitching's on, and we're hitting like this, I mean, sky's the limit.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting couple of weeks as we figure out what they want to do here at the deadline.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's fun. Right now, this is what you live for. You know?
Yeah. Exactly. Rick, I couldn't have said it better myself. You know, 2 months ago, we were begging to be feeling this. Whether they make the playoffs, whether they do it or not, you know, we were begging to have some sort of resemblance of life this season. Some sort of something go in our direction, some sort of momentum to talk about. This is what we got. I mean, it's been nothing short of everything we've hoped for since 18 games under. You know, if you would have, when we went 18 games under, if you would have told me that 2 games before the All-Star break, the Orioles against, you know, are playing hot. They've won 6 of 7. If they win the next 2 games, they can go 5 games under 500. I mean, I would have told you you're crazy. You know,
we're having fun again.
and you can tell it on the field. That's the biggest thing. These guys are having fun on the field. I said it earlier in this season. It looked like everyone was at a funeral. Like it's just like you'd look in the dugout and everyone's sad. It was like they were in detention in school. No one wanted to be there. It was just awful. Now all of a sudden, you look in there. There's high fives. There's laughing. Everyone's joking around. There's just that fun. They're playing fun baseball and they're having fun together. And that's when this team is dangerous.
Well, you see how passionate we are. So, they're feeling the same way. They feel the same thing we feel. And you know how we feel right now. So just got to ride that lightning, baby.
Keep riding it. Couldn't agree more. Rick, appreciate you calling in, my guy. Hopefully we hear some more from you after these shows as we keep it moving. Hopefully,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Once we get back in the playoff here, I''ll be calling in.
Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Rick, appreciate you. All right, Rick, appreciate you, man. See ya. Right, Kevin, I talked about right before you got on. If you watched Rhino Hearn's post-game interview, anyone in the chat, he was talking to Elias. He was straight up talking to Elias through the television. He was like, we've got momentum. He's like, we got 10 games left before the deadline. He was like, we got to show that we can do this. That's a guy who wants to be here. I'll tell you that. That's not the guy who wants to. I'm telling you this right now. Rhino Hearn, if they offered him a 2-year deal right now, anywhere remotely close to what he's asking for, he signs in a heartbeat. He doesn't want to go to free agency. He wants to be here. Keep Rhino Hearn on this damn team.
He loves it. Yeah. Man, this is an energy I didn't think I'd feel this year. And it goes into our last chat here, super chat. Lucas, appreciate you, Lucas. I'm not saying we're going to make the playoffs, but I would way rather be the team that started out slow and finished hot, not the other way around. And that's true. I mean, you carry momentum, and look, you don't want to start slow, but if you had the two options, like, would you rather be the 2024 Orioles where, they were awesome in the first half and then just kind of sputtered to the end, or this version to me, where I think that the lows were lower this year. Like, the lows were lower this year compared to last. But if you're able to get out of this thing and actually somehow squeak in, I mean, man, that'd be the high of all highs. Like, you're feeling on cloud nine, and that momentum. It's a new season in October, but it gives you a shot. So we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, and last thing before we get out of here, I do have to just mention this because this is crazy. It just got announced.
You're tweeting during call-ins. It's pretty.
Yeah, Jacob Mizorowski, the rookie for the Brewers, who's pitched in 5 games, was just named to the All-Star team. He's pitched 25.2 innings in his career. It's the fewest games ever played by someone named to an All-Star game.
Pitched
5 games.
I've pitched 5 less games than him in my MLB career.
Do you understand how insane of a start you have to your career to make the All-Star? Like, this is also, I will say, a little bit like, I like that they're doing this because they're trying to get the young stars out there. I don't think he should be an All-Star. Like, he is. 5 games is not what. But I like that they have a young star. It's what they did last year. Paul Skeen's starting, even though he was give the fans.
That was based on a bigger sample size.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not, and this is not like he was named starter. This is not like he's named a reserve. He's replacing Matthew Boyd in injuries.
Like, I mean,
it's not even that. Like, it's worse than that.
That Tyler Huntley Pro Bowl selection was nuts. It's like Falele getting the alternate nod this past year.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Isn't Senga not even on there? They should have put him on there.
No, he's not in.
Yeah, they should have put him on there. He deserved it.
Unreal. But Kevin, anything else?
No, just let's go in tomorrow.
Let's do it. Win tomorrow. Orioles play the Trevor Rogers revenge game, Kevin. I'll see you after. And we will see all of you after. And we'll see what happens. So tomorrow, Orioles 4:00. Is that 4:00? 4:05 start. 4:05 start, and then I think it's 4:05. Let me check. 4:05 start. We'll be back live after the game to talk about it. Trevor Rogers revenge game. Let's see. But you know where we'll be right after. Here on Kevin and Zach React, I didn't bring up James McCann.
Wow. Who's the guy they traded for? Chris Davis.
All right. You know what?
Chris Davis.